that being said, so it looks like Chris is with us now as well. So
Looks
when
give me
last
deceiving.
yes, nice. When last we left our adventurers, you guys had just taken care of a knoll problem that had come sweeping out of the darkness as you were trying to set up camp. You guys were able to handle that readily. After that, you were able to get a full night's rest, and
We were able to go up a level too, right?
well, that actually that happened pre that, but yes,
No.
yes.
Because of that.
No, 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 no. You guys are definitely fifth level. That is the level you are at. Yes.
That's not what
Unless,
you
of
told me
course,
last
that's the
time.
level you thought you went to. And then, of course, yes, that is exactly where you went to. You are 100% correct. So you have your night's rest, and you guys the night passes fairly uneventfully. We could roll watches, but I'll just let you guys know that you have a fairly uneventful night. And as you wake up the next morning, you continue to make your way towards where you assume, or where you've been led to believe, the clan of the bear is currently sort of settled for the moment, because one of the things that Kevin's character more than anybody knows that the ragged ragged barbarian tribes are nomadic, and they follow the sort of migratory patterns of the animals that they sort of live off of. So the reindeer and other creatures that sort of migrate and wander throughout all of 10 towns. But currently, if I pull up the map so we can sort of take a look at this.
Bears in caves.
What's the matter?
Bears in. It's winter. Bears in caves.
Bears in caves. Yes. Bears in caves. You guys are. Oh, where's my Icewind Dale map? Here we go. All right. After 2 days' travel, you guys are roughly there, give or take. So you are right at the foothills of these mountains, and you travel onwards towards where you have been, like I said, where you believe that the bears are settled. So I'd like everybody to give me a survival check.
Boom, baby.
Boom.
That's what the nature nerds are for.
I knew there was a reason you were on the team.
Didn't you say that was why we were bringing her on for?
Just so you guys could survive, yeah.
Well, there was that.
I would
Yes.
really like to survive. Yes.
Didn't say I was complaining. I'm just,
I just need to check one thing. TTT. Come on, where is it? There we go. All right. So, with little effort on your part, the sort of path kind of opens up before you, and as you sort of make your way through the day, after a couple hours of travel, you see splayed across the tundra ahead of you is this campsite that it's not a permanent campsite, but it looks like it's been sort of entrenched and set where it's at for several months at this point. There's some dozen tents arranged in concentric rings, with larger tents clustered near the center, and between the tents burn several campfires that seem like they're constantly being thwarted by like the wind and the snow, like almost like they're going to get snuffed out. As you approach, the air around the camp smells of cooked meat, and you hear the barking and howling of dogs. and off to one side of this sort of encampment, off to one side of this encampment, you see several empty sleds that are clustered together, like dog sleds, kind of sleds. Throughout the camp, you see these sort of like hulking figures, like not like, not the Hulk, but like very sort of like stout and hale and like and well proportioned figures dressed in thick hides, holding spears and slowly making a perimeter, like a sentry perimeter around the outside of it. There appears to be several dozen figures of these that it looks like every few moments, as one kind of disappears around one corner, another one comes around. So there's definitely like a sentry or a patrol that's going around on the outside of this. And it looks like there are other figures gathered around other fires or moving in and amongst the tents. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna kind of let Ziada take the lead on this because I feel like I don't know if this has anything to do with the people that she's looking for, or so I'm gonna kind of watch to see what she does and how she starts this interaction.
Yeah, I've got the. Actually, let me see. It's over here. I want to, so I just want to get these things out loud. The Bear Chieftain Spirit Coda. We've got the Gunvald.
Yep, Gunvald.
Bear is the Bear Chief. He is tainted by evil. So, all right. So Gunvald is the guy that I am looking to speak to. So I'm gonna be walking up, making my presence known in a not threatening way, but definitely kind of my presence known to the what's the word that you had just used, the scouts and stuff.
Sentry?
Like the sentries?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys approach, and what are the rest of you doing? Are you kind of hanging back and letting Zenyatta go by herself? Are you guys going as a group, or what are you doing?
I'm hanging back probably about 40. What's my movement? 30 feet. 30 to 40.
I'm following.
Yeah,
You go first. It could be dangerous.
I'll back you up.
That's usually the plan anyway.
I'll back you up from over here. Okay, so it sounds like Rothgar is sort of following, like right along with Ziada. Ziada, are you down with that? Are you trying to do a solo mission right now?
No, that's fine.
Novakri, are you dancing on the sidelines? What's happening?
I'm just gonna kind of hang, kind of in line of sight, maybe near Harvest.
Me and
Okay.
Novak start doing our cheer routine. I toss her up in the air. She does a couple somersaults, and I catch her standing arms straight.
That's
All right. Well,
athletics and
before we do-
acrobatics checks.
I was just going to say, before we do athletics or acrobatics checks, all right. Ziada, you notice as you're approaching the nearest sentry, who like sees you coming out of coming across the tundra, because it's sort of wide open all around this encampment, and Rothgar sort of coming in like directly behind you. You notice that like the sentry kind of pauses and like looks past you for a minute, and you get the moment, like you're almost like, should I look over? You know what? No, I don't want to know what they're doing. I'm all set. I just don't want to know. And so the sentry kind of like takes their spear, and they're so wrapped in like furs that you can't tell if this is like a man or a woman. You can just tell that this is a human of some kind. And they take their spear, and the snow and the ice is like hard packed, and they like stomp the bottom of the butt of the spear in the ground, and they're like donk donk, and it goes Why you come? Who are you?
I come with a message of the Bear Chief Coda. I must speak to Gunvault.
How you know Coda's name?
As I said, I come bearing a message.
Wait here. And so like he kind of turns and or they kind of turn and they kind of fiddle in their pocket for a sec and they pull out what looks like a horn and they're like boo! And you start to see several other forms kind of coming from tents towards you and another one of these sort of like amorphous hidden in hide shape comes up and goes, hello, yes, perhaps I can be of more service. He's not the most talkative. What do you want?
I seek Gunvault.
I already told you that. I know you already told me that. I wanted to hear it from them. Oh. Why do you need to speak to Gunvault?
I have a message for him.
How do we know you aren't some spy?
I'm not looking for information. I'm
That's a good
delivering a
question.
message.
Can I take your message to Gunvault then?
Well, you're not Gunvault, so no.
You're right. I'm not. Follow me. And this one turns and starts to walk towards, it looks like that center ring of tents. The one that initially kind of stopped you, it doesn't move to stand in your way. Apparently, sentry duty is what's up, so that one's going to stay there.
I'll give him a little head nod of acknowledgement. You know, it's like yeah, you're doing your job. I got you.
do good.
You do good.
I good. Yes. And so you're led through the encampment. No more than like a minute or two. It's a decent size, like I said, series of sort of concentric rings of tents. But you get to sort of the largest tents, and the one that's leading you right now says, "Wait here," and sort of goes underneath like the ruffles or the flaps of one of the tents. Sort of flaps like falls down, and you hear kind of like conversation happening inside, and he pokes his head back out and says, Gunvault will see you now, and opens the tent flap and kind of stands aside to let you in.
Excellent. Thank you. As I walk in.
Rothgar, are you following in, or what are you doing?
Are they allowing everybody in or just him?
Well, right now the two cheerleaders are somewhere on the outskirts of town doing cartwheels.
Within 30 feet. So as they started walking in, I started walking in.
So after they pass, the dude that's like, I'm a sentry, like stops the two of you.
We're with him. Her. We're with her.
Yeah, we're with her.
And I just keep going.
I need to call this in.
Well, Harvest can go around one way. I'll go around the other way.
As the two of you try to figure out how to deal with the sentry, the other two make it to the tent. Rothgar, are you going in the tent or are you staying outside the tent?
I'll go in.
Okay, so the two of you are ushered into the tent, and in the tent, it's relatively warm. Again, like nothing is ever warm these days in Icewind Dale. It's just sort of a slowing of the cold is all it is. But there's a bright crackling fire in the center of the tent. that like sort of ushers out through a hole at the top of it, almost like a teepee style, but the tent's much larger, almost like a caravan type setup. There are a series of like sort of harsh looking wooden chairs, some tables, some food, and it appears that there's some sort of like council or meeting going on. And in the middle of the room is this rather imposing figure. Now, saying that, I describe some of these figures walking around the camp as being hulking. This figure, it's almost hard to not know that this is Gunvald just due to his size. Like his size and his sort of physicality is something that's it's almost like cause for recognition and legend in and amongst not only the bear tribe but all of the Regid barbarians. And he kind of turns and looks up at the rest of you, and as you do as he does so, as you enter the tent, you kind of notice that like all other eyes turn towards the two of you and are like, you know, keeping their eyes directly on you, like who are these newcomers, what are they doing? I'd like both of you to give me perception checks.
$17.
Yep. And then Rothgar? 7.
7.
All right. Rothgar, you notice that there's a number of other people in the tent, including figures that are both male and female, and some people who like look like they're in kinds of different kinds of like robes, or maybe like tribal wear of some sort. You're not really sure what you're looking at. Ziada, you recognize that there appears to be the chief himself, Gunvald. There also appears to be several what look like tribal warriors that are in the tent, whether they're like, you know, like chiefs below the chief, or like first and second in command, or what have you. There also appears to be somebody who's dressed in different kinds of furs, almost something that you would say looks more along the lines of how like Harvest is dressed. And you also notice that there's this one figure that's kind of directly to the left of Gunvald that just appears to be a mass of furs, like a kind of a slender mass of furs. Like you can't tell what that person is, but you can tell it's a person that sort of has a position of dignity of some sort that's like sort of off to Gunvald's left as you come in. And as you guys see all of this, Gunvald like looks up to you, and in common kind of like chokes out. He's like, "Why did 10 towners seek Chief Gunvald of the Bear?"
What do you mean by 10 towners? I'm not originally of 10 towns.
He like looks at Rothgar, who's like clearly like, you know, 10 towner through and through, covered in armor, and then looks at you, and as he's looking at you, kind of trying to like pierce like whatever the reality of what you said is. The figure that's wrapped in furs, a slender arm comes out and sort of wraps against its chest, sort of like almost like a gorilla, like thumping its chest, and then its face emerges, and you see this slender, like sharp featured female who just turns towards Gunvald and holds her nose like in the kind of PU face, and then shakes her head and then thumbs down. And Gunvald looks at you again and says, "You don't smell of 10 towns completely. Who or what are you?"
I am the one who has come with a message from your previous Chieftain Coda, I have been cursed by this spirit, and I'm here to help and to lift the barbarian tribes up and take back this land from Oral.
And as you say this, and as like you mentioned Coda's name, which by the way I believe was not the chieftain's name, but was the bear spirit's actual name. I think, if I'm right, I could be wrong, but I think that was what we said.
I don't know of any bear spirit like what I have for like my notes. It was just the I think, unless
Maybe that's it. Like I went back and looked at like some of my notes from that page, and yeah, I'm not gonna knock you for it. I thought Coda was the name of the beer spirit, but maybe that was her name.
Yeah, the
And
only one that I have written down for any name I thought was her name, because that was the big thing, is I had been asking her name because she's like, "What's my name?" And then we didn't.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yes. We'll roll with it. But so as you say the name Coda, like you know, everyone's like everyone in the tent like starts just like talking and like and Gunvald takes his hand and just puts it up, just holds it up like palm open, and everybody shuts up. And he says, that name has not been uttered since our tribe's historians started keeping histories. How does a 10-towner know that name? And why should we care if you're cursed? And I would love you to give me a persuasion. I always screw this up for 5th edition. Is it diplomacy? Persuasion?
It is persuasion on this one.
Persuasion, but you're going to get a pretty hefty bonus because of the fact that you remember to mention Coda's name.
Okay. All right. Let's see. What did he ask?
He said, "How do you know the name Coda?" Which is a name that Coda was like an original tribal chieftain of the Bear tribe. Like when the Bear first became the Bear tribe. But like the annals of history, as it were, remember her name in like the tribe's oral histories, but that wasn't, you know, like last year or 10 years ago. That was maybe even like centuries ago kind of thing.
Okay. I did not tell you of the curse for your pity. I told you of this curse to tell you of how true my claim is. I was cursed by this Coda that you ask about. And the reason I come is because of the... how do I want to say this? Because of the issue with Chardelin that has been plaguing all of, was it North Rend? No, that's the wrong game, right?
So you're in the north. You're in Icewind Dale.
Icewind Dale.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with like that. It's like the charlatan crystals that have been plaguing all of Icewind Dale.
All right. So give me that persuasion roll.
Oh, there's that 2 again. Cool.
Okay.
That's always where I need them.
So I'm gonna tell you right now that I jotted down a number of things that would give you bonuses, and so mentioning Coda's name gave you a 5, so that's a 10, and then mentioning that your heritage is not of 10 towns would also give you 5, so that got you up to 15, and then 5 more for mentioning what did you just say? Mentioning the Children crystals, and so as you kind of start talking, you see that the chief kind of like stops paying attention to you. But at the end, when you mention the crystals, he like turns back and looks. It looks like he's reinvigorated an interest in you and says, "Tell me more of these crystals." Do you know where they come from?
That is a good question. I don't. Do we know where these things are coming from? I know we know the cause is all those effing dark dwarf douches.
So you know because at one point I think it was Novakri rolled like a great intelligence or like knowledge history or something on Charladrin or Charladrin, however we're saying it, and it was revealed that there are these deposits all over the place in the Dales, in sort of the spine of the world, from like a series of different things, and it's a weird magical crystal that has existed since like time immemorial. It's just that the crystal itself, depending upon what it gets in contact with, can get these charges of positive or negative energy, and that positive or negative energy rubs off, usually in good or bad ways, on whoever's using it. So like if you came across this is repeat for some people who remember it, but like if you came across Chaladrin crystals that an angel had been holding on to, you'd get some really good shit out of like holding onto that crystal and like keeping it with you. But a lot of the stuff has been infused with like demonic energy because of several things that have happened in the Icewind Dales, as well as like the history of all of Faerun. And it sounds like the stuff that the Dwergar have been like mining and everything, they don't care one way or another about it. Like either it doesn't affect them or they're literally looking for the negatively charged stuff to use. So that's kind of what you know. I feel that at this point you guys have discovered through like talking and sort of like history checking and stuff like that.
Yeah, I definitely could have told you all of that except for like the like where it was, the deposits, just off the top of my head from like remembering it as you're saying it. And then like you said, it's like, well, I don't know if Jen was here for all that. So it's like, yeah, that good recap. So now we're all
good recap.
So yeah, I will explain about like the whatever, the crystals, and how all the stuff that I did know.
So if you explain that to him, especially with mention of the Dwergar, and like your access.
Yeah, that would have been like my first thing. It's like the problem is the Dwergar and all that, everything.
He raises an eyebrow and he says, maybe you know more than I gave you credit for. And he goes on and he says, the Bear Tribe has been suffering as of late. And as he goes to continue, this woman that you had seen that was wrapped in these like sort of sealskin furs and appeared to like have like some like herbs and like little salves and other things and stones like all adorning the sealskins. She's just like, she goes, Gunvald, should we be discussing this in front of outsiders? And like he just puts his hand up, like he just like again puts his hand up, and she like she quiets immediately. He says, "The Bear Tribe is a strong tribe, but recently some of our clan members have forsaken the Bear's ways. They've forsaken the Bear's ways once they found these shiny, sparkly spears and other weapons that were held by what looked like purple dwarves, long dead. It wasn't long after that they started abandoning the old ways, and they started attacking other Bear Tribe members, and I had to banish them. Unfortunately, instead of that being the end of the problem, they've started to thrive and have set up a condition of a base of operation where they've been attempting to recruit members of the Bear to forego our ways and to join them in worship of this white lady. To make matters worse, we've also been set upon by a tribe of gnolls that seem to have set up somewhere else here in the spine of the world that are led by what's known as a fang. Both of these problems have stretched our men and our hunters thin, and we find ourselves trapped between the two. Maybe it is in good faith or good fortune that you come, outsiders. Maybe it's time that we accept help from someone other than ourselves. At this point, the sort of quiet one that had thumped their chest before thumps their chest again, and Gunvald turns and looks, and the figure puts its hand out again from outside its robes and gives the sort of like kind of waving it, like the 50-50 kind of waving its hand back and forth. And Gunvald looks over and says, "This is the Bear's finest warrior. Her name is Svil Brekild." Because why make it easy to say? Svil Brekild. For those who are writing notes, SVILBREKHILD. Svil Brekild.
Novakri sticks her hand out.
I feel that the two of you are still just trying to get around the guard, and the guard's like, no.
No, well, then I charm person.
Either that or I dissonant whisper his ass.
I charm person.
I like how you guys are there to help, and you're attacking the guard. Nice.
Charming person. I hand him a skinned rabbit that I caught on the trip here. It's all ready to go over the spit. You're so hungry? Here you go. Have some rabbit on me. Remember I told you I was going to release back, and I just toss it to him and keep on moving.
I'll be right back.
Yes. How I know this not poisoned? You wait here.
I charmed him, Thomas. Why are you being like this?
Hey,
Because he's a dick.
I did not see a dice roll.
I didn't know how we're this far behind.
Yeah, you have to make the dice roll. It's safe. Yeah, well, I didn't make it, so.
You say you do one thing. I say I do something else.
I say you don't listen.
The cookie
Meanwhile-
monster is not letting you in, all right?
Meanwhile, back in the tent,
Yeah, you're just punishing me for staying 20 feet behind. I got it.
I just want you to use all your spell slots before you go do anything. Do what you want. What is Rothgar doing in the tent while this is going on?
I'm just watching.
All right. And so the Gunvald kind of explains this and says, "We could use your assistance in either of these fronts. If you are so cursed as you say, what would you wish to help us with?"
I feel the better option would be for us to take the gnolls, because you know your people well. You would be able to hopefully, take some sort of action, and, with it just being my compatriot here and my two companions outside, with it just being the four of us, we may have to take people down, and I'd rather it be the gnolls than those who I'm looking to ally with.
Gunvald nods. He says, "Again, either of these tasks we appreciate your assistance with. However, know that those who have left the Bear Tribe will never return to the Bear Tribe. They have become so obsessed or enthralled with their new mistress that they have forsaken all things bear, and now their flesh rots and hangs sallow from their skin. Their eyes are haunted, and they are always hungry."
Well, in that case...
Oh, great, they're zombies.
Right. In that case, I ask you, would you rather have us take care of this so that your people don't have to deal with what could be friends or family, brothers
I'm back.
and sisters.
I like the idea that as you guys are having this, like anybody who's got a high enough passive perception hears a conversation from outside that's like, I charmed you and gave you a rabbit. And then there's this deep voice that's just like, I know not get charmed. I'm not charming. Also, I know want your rabbit. And then you're like, everybody's like, what is that? All right, cut back to this scene.
And then
I
I stop and send a message to Ziada, and I say, "Don't forget our main mission."
And so, and then you hear, we'll do another acrobatic trick. Hey, yep.
Raid Tom.
Z fighters, they're the best. They'll get it done better than the rest. And so everyone's like, oh shit, that's happening. But
The hell is wrong with you?
Says Rothgar was just standing there, not
Cheerleader.
talking, just going, what's happening?
All of this is being projected telepathically by Novakri, just so that we know what's going on, but we're just not doing anything about it. Just going, what the fuck?
I love it. So Hull, Jesus Christ.
Hulk
So
shows
many
up.
fucking names.
Because he's a
Gunball.
bear.
Yeah,
You know, and that
Gunball.
makes sense.
Gunvald turns towards his warrior and sort of like has a quick meeting with her, and you see that she's sort of like ASLing her way through it, and Gunvald nods and says, "You raise a good point, and it would make sense to spare those who are still mourning the loss of their brethren to have to confront them. I can tell you this further. I know that their powers that they seem to have, as they have been granted some form of token from the White Maiden. I'm not sure what it is, but I know that this token is what gives them this sort of madness that has claimed them, and this sort of lack of sensation or lack of feeling. I know that they've recently captured several of the tribe, and it is our assumption that they're attempting to turn them towards their new ways, but we assume that all is lost with them as well.
If I can get them back, I will do everything in my power to. Otherwise, if it's already too late, I will make sure that no one has to suffer through this."
He nods. He says, "We, in thanks for your efforts, I can provide two things. One, we can give you guidance and directions to get to where their cave is, or I can send Bilberkild with you if you would have her."
If I would, if she has no problem with the mission that we're going on.
Gunvald turns and looks at her, and she just, like, for the first time kind of reveals a little bit more of herself, and she just shrugs, like, eh.
Okay, done.
Okay.
That's all I needed to see.
She just sort of wraps herself back up in like all of this like cloak of like heavy furs, and Gunvald says, "It is done. It is a day or so travel from here. Do you wish to set out now or rest before traveling? Some of your party has expended some spells, it sounds like."
It certainly does. I think we would rather be rested as much as possible before we move out.
Yep. So Gunvald offers you guys a place to rest. It's you guys definitely get like the feeling that you're getting like the cold shoulder from everybody, which is funny because you're in the middle of a giant
Waka
snowy
waka.
area. Yeah, waka waka waka. Harvest, if you so choose, you could probably sleep with some of the dogs. Just really nestle yourself in with the pack for the evening, if that's what you want.
I'm already one of the dogs.
Oh yeah, just don't just the next morning you don't even know what's happening. They rope you up and you're off with like a hunting party. Everybody else wakes up and they're like, "Where the
Wasn't there
Harvest?"
another one of us? I don't remember. It kind of feels like a fever dream. Wasn't for very long.
Most of this game feels like a fever dream for in actuality, but yeah, I will say that. Is there because you guys are going to rest and you guys made it here and you get all this done? Is there anything else that you want to try to do while you're here? I'll say that certain things are not going to be available to you, like shopping. You're not going to it's like nobody's carrying magical items or anything like that here that's going to sell or whatever. But is there anything that you want to do? Also, before I forget to say it, the gnolls that you guys fought were armed with spears and longbows, and if anybody needed any of that stuff, I'm not sure if we took a moment to say that you could have grabbed it. Because we never said that. We just like when the fight ended, we ended last week. So if anybody wants to say that they have some of that stuff, feel free. I just I wanted to make sure that we brought it up before moving forward.
I'm all set, but cool.
I want to find the tribe's healer.
You want to find the what?
The tribe's healer. Do they have
Okay.
one?
Yep. So you find. So this was the woman that you weren't there, but eventually you come in. Eventually the sentry's like, okay, you go in now, and the other guy comes back and is like, are you still? Follow me. I'll show you where they go, and like brings you over. The woman who had sort of protested against Gunvald talking with Ziada, her name is Ulkora, Ulkora, and she is like the tribe's shaman.
Okay.
Now, is this a long rest?
Yes, this would be a long rest. You guys technically had a long rest after the Knoll fight, but yes, this is a long rest.
I will introduce myself. I'll give her an idea of where I'm from, and I'll explain that I'm very interested in preventing this goddess Oral from continuing to infiltrate the natural world. And I'll ask her if she has been able to determine if there's any sort of natural remedies, herbs, tinctures, crystals that could potentially aid us in cleansing the minds of the tribal members that have been kind of turned.
She looks at you and says, I fear two things. One, that these former bears are so far gone there is no rectifying them. And two, the stink of Tentown is... And she spits at your feet.
I don't even look like I'm from Tentown. This is like the first time I've been there. I told her where I was from, like not around here. But all right then.
Fucking bear boomers.
Yeah, right.
Oh, the BBs. Fucking BBs. So yeah, I mean, you could try to persuade her by saying something else to her, maybe, doing something else, but she seems pretty anti your presence right now.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I was just trying to help save her people or see if she knew anything to help save her people. Killing them is fine with me too. As far as I'm concerned, they're already taken by the enemy, so I would rather kill them than the gnolls.
Yeah, my friend.
So does anybody else want to try and do anything else?
Yeah, I would like to talk to this Seville, right?
Vilbrakild?
Uh, I'm hoping that Seville was like the first name.
Oh, it's all her name. It's not
It's
first and second. It's all her name. But you can call her Spill.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
gonna say. Well, she just got a nickname.
Nailed it.
I'm like, what the fuck? That's no. Her name is Phil Breckholt. uh, she's like, no, it's not. I feel like Ziada's turning into what's his name from Scrubs, Kelso, Turkleton. Anyway, so Seville, what are you good at, basically? How do you fight? How do you fight? What tactics do you prefer?
She looks at you, and then like puts her hands up, and then makes like two, like puts her index fingers up, and then kind of like does this like crossing mechanism back and forth. Um, Give me a perception or an insight check to see if you can figure out what she's saying.
No, I don't think I can.
Good at sign language.
10.
So she's saying one of three things. Do you want to fight me? Do you want to like poke each other? Or I don't know what you're saying because you're weird.
Or would you like to poke me?
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean,
Shoot for the sky.
we haven't gone into that territory yet, but I mean, then yeah, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my sword and shield and pull it out, ready to spar.
Okay. So you do that, and she grabs she reaches into her, like into the furs, and pulls out it it looks like an antler that's got a series of antlers grafted to it. So if you can think of something, a weapon that's roughly the size of like your long sword, but rather than just being a blade, it looks like it's this gnarled and bumpy and ridged horn that like goes from being thick at like where she's gripping it to slender towards like a tip, and then all along the sides are these like other pieces of antler and bone that stick out from it. And then in her other hand, she pulls out what looks like it looks like the jaw of a medium-sized shark or like a dogfish.
Could I do two things and then have her can I, because I would like to, I'll just say what I want, I'm thinking of doing. I would like to cast Shield of Faith, which is a bonus action, and then use Dodge as an action, and then stand there like ready to have her attack.
Okay, sure.
All right, cool.
I just need to look something up to make sure I've got this right. Yeah, I think I can do this. So, all right. So she like sees that you kind of ready yourself and like, give the classic like Neo in the Matrix like wave hand, like come on hand.
You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with the did have you seen the 13th Warrior?
Yep.
The duel, clang
Yep.
clang.
Okay.
Hitting the
So
shield.
She recognizes that, and she puts the shark the shark jaw. She hooks it back on her belt, and you notice that she's got several of them hooked there, and puts both hands on this this antler, this antler thing, and okay, let's see how this goes. All right, and she launches in with. I need to go to the right screen for this to happen. She comes in and strikes against you, and it like clangs off the like clearly clangs off your armor, but comes in again. The 21, does that hit you?
No, it does not.
That's right, because you just jacked up all of your defense.
Yes.
And with that, she kind of comes in like clang clang, and then turns and changes her stance a little bit, and puts this blade kind of diagonally across herself, so that her left shoulder is under it, and her two arms are holding it up near her, like the actual hilt near like her chin and her other shoulder, sort of like a defensive stance.
All right, cool. All right, that's all I needed. Sword away. And I'll nod. So, from what I understand, she's going to be a close-range fighter. Does she, at some point, like, if she's looking away, because it's like, okay, we're all set, does she hear? Like, if I said something to her, does she turn?
Oh, you mean like you say something to her, does she turn to look at you?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right,
One
cool.
like the only thing that you've had trouble is understanding what she's saying to you. She has not appeared to have any issue understanding you.
What language is she speaking?
She doesn't speak. She's mute.
ASL.
Okay, so yeah, all right, yeah. So that's what. Okay, cool. As long as it's if she can still hear and okay, cool. All right, then, yeah. We've got a good understanding.
Just for shits and gigs, would a 28 have hit you?
Yes, it would have, but with dodge, she would have disadvantage.
Well, just for shits and gigs. Yeah, no. All right, cool. I just wanted to see if she could have actually hit you. I'm just glad.
Absolutely.
I'm like
that's why
I think she had a good chance of actually getting you.
That's
not a
why
great
I took
chance.
Every
right.
precaution I could have.
Oh yeah, no, I know, but I was really hoping for like a big. I was gonna do non-lethal damage if she hit you. I wasn't gonna be like dead. No.
Yeah, no,
but,
it was gonna be something where it's like either way, it's like all right, good. Either you're able to hit through my defenses and holy shit, or yeah, I'm this big badass. So either way, it works out. So. All right, cool.
She recognizes the fact that she was unable to hit more than just like your shield, but she also kind of you feel like she was holding some stuff back that she probably could have done as well.
Yeah.
And it was a test on both sides, but there's at least on her side there's some respect for like your abilities as a fighter that she's recognized.
Cool.
All right. So, does anybody else, Rothgar, are you gonna finally make that friend that you're gonna be a pen pal with for the rest of time, or what are you doing? Nope, of course not. All right. So you guys and Novakri, was there anything that you wanted to do?
I'm still trying to get around the guy.
Oh, geez.
No, come in, and you're like, but everybody else is in there. Eventually it works out and you get by the guy.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I just actually think it'd be hilarious if like the next morning you and the sentry are both exhausted, but like, and everybody else is like, are you guys seriously still standing there? What are you? So Anyways,
Cut to
you guys rest.
like just the two of them arguing in the middle of the night, and it's like, dude, there's a Dwagar right there. He's in your village. What are you doing? Just let me in. It's not even a problem.
I only see in front of me, not behind. You are in front of
Stop
me.
trying to distract me. You're not gonna get your tricks into my head.
But Novakri, you had a night's rest, and I need you to give me a Constitution save, please.
Yay. Sorry.
You are all set. You are not plagued by any weird dreams tonight or that night.
Visions.
Visions of sugar plum fairies.
Yeah, I don't dream, remember?
We're not in your head.
Wait, I like to think you don't dream, but your other self dreams, and every now and then you get to glance through their mind, and you're like, "What is this?" No, but so knowing that you don't dream, it makes it even that much more bizarre that there's like this weird thing that's affecting you while you sleep. And the closer you will have recognized that the closer that you got to like the spine of the world and to the area that we've indicated on the map that you've felt this like compulsion towards, the more that this is starting to have an effect on you. But you guys wake up in the morning, no worse for the wear, and you set out. It takes about a day or so, and not a day, like it takes several hours, and because the daylight is so short here, the sun is already starting to like wane and drop back down again when you guys come upon where you're headed. And so I will read you guys some flavor text about this. This is
flavor text.
Flavor text. As you guys kind of like skirt along the edge of the foothills, and then after about 2 hours you start cutting into the actual beginnings of the mountains that are the spine of the world. And I ever since I read that for the first time, when I read like the first the Crystal Shard, which is like the first book Salvatore wrote about with Drizzt Do'Urden in it, that mountain range has always just sounded so cool to me. Spine of the world, it just sounds really cool. As you guys cut in after a couple hours of basically like mountain climbing through like the snow and the ice and like the windswept hills, you start coming upon this pathway that leads into a curving switchback that leads up to what appears to be a large cave mouth on the side of a mountain. And I'm going to bring you guys onto a map so you can see what I'm talking about. You guys are all down there.
Now, is this tunnel or is this elevated?
So what you see is the trail is where you're standing like right now. That's like a flat, maybe like 10, 15 foot wide trail that you can see kind of like switchbacks its way up the side of the mountain. Where you see these marks on either side, that drops away. And the further you travel up, the further that drop is. So that by the time you're sort of up here, that drop is some like maybe 50, maybe even 60 feet down. Down here, you guys with enough dark vision, I know some of you can't see, some of you can. There is what looks like a flat lower area, the same as over here. That's what you see right now. You know that the cave opening that Svil has pointed towards is further up the pathway up here.
Okay, because if this was the cave right here, it looks like we're going into something butthole.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So Two things. One, I like Savell even more now that I see the icon. And two, I'm going to take like a rock or something because Hrothgar does not have dark vision, correct?
Nope.
All right, so I'm going to cast light on a rock and hand it to you so that you can either hold that for some light or you can cover it to stay in darkness. And that is a 20/20, so 20 bright and 20 dim light.
You know, I still like my idea of the flashlight.
Well, then fucking start inventing electricity.
Was that your idea, or was that the robot that that doesn't exist anymore?
No, that was my idea that I stole from somebody else. Thank you very much.
All right, well,
At least
yeah,
you're honest. You're honest.
We've all stolen electricity as an idea from someone else at this point. Been around
Fuck
for a
this
bit.
Edison guy.
Right.
So Chris, does your token have like vision around you now? Can you see a little bit better?
Yeah,
All right, cool.
especially when I wear my glasses.
Nice. That I actually think that should be canon. That Hrothgar wears glasses.
Yeah, that's why he has all that armor, just to protect his glasses. Because you're not just gonna wear the helmet. That's fucking weird.
Do you want me to scout?
Sure. You good at stealthing up ahead and stuff?
Well, I can cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us. Why don't I do that now?
Before you do that, why don't you give me a quick wisdom check, please?
Sure. Wisdom. How's
Okay.
that?
So if you cast Pass Without a Trace on yourself right now, you guys will all have an amazing stealth check. I think you guys get like a +10 to stealth as long as you're within 30 feet of Harvest. But you guys have all left a trail in the snow leading up to this point. So basically, anybody that would be coming back would be like, "Hey, somebody came up here. Oh my God, they disappeared." And to do like the John Delaney thing, you hope it was a miracle, but probably not.
Fucking Delaney? Jesus. Mulaney. Come on,
Mulaney.
Tom.
Well, in this universe, he's Delaney.
Disappointment. Fair.
That's
The-
right. In this universe, I have no idea what you're talking about.
The comedy bard. The comedy bardic styles of Jim Delaney.
Delaney.
Yeah, let's
Pass Without a Trace on all of us, and then I'll go forward.
all right, miracle.
It is a miracle.
Probably not.
Probably not. All right.
All right,
Um,
let's not get too far ahead because there's a how far is the drop, like everywhere?
Yeah.
Did
So
you say?
the pathway that you see in front of you, the white that's right here,
Mm-hmm.
that's flat and level. It's a little icy, but it's not anything that's difficult terrain. So you guys are fine from where you are. But as you continue traveling up, by the time that you're up here, yeah, that drop starts getting like higher and higher and higher as you continue to like climb up into this plane.
Now, is it elevated? So not only is it like it goes all over and stuff,
Yep.
but with that it also going up this way means the elevation is going up as well.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, is this area like it's obviously like you said like 60 feet and stuff and everything, but is it still like, is it a flat fall or is it kind of like angled so we would like tumble down or
Think like 15 degrees, okay?
Yeah.
For
it
lack of
seems
it's
very
not
elevated.
Yeah. Maybe you could try to like make a dex check as you fall down and it should not get hurt, but chances are you're going to take some damage if you fall off this. Yes.
Yeah. And also, I don't know, Are you controlling Sville?
Yeah, I'll move
Okay.
Spill. So let's for sake of this, I'm just going to say Spill is going to move with you guys, waiting for like you guys to give like a command or something. But she's not looking to take the like the front line or anything like that. In fact, she kind of she taps you on the shoulder just like ever so lightly, and as you turn, she like does like the two fingers at her eyes, and then points back to you with two fingers, and then points forward, and then gives like the sort of like like moves her fingers forward like you go first.
Yeah, I nod and I move up.
What is Harvest? What is your passive perception?
17.
17. As you get right there, you notice that probably about 15, 20 feet down, down this slope where it flattens out, there is a large hole in the cavern, in like the rising mountainside wall right there.
Would I recognize it as like another tunnel entrance?
You 100% see it's a tunnel. As far as what it does, that's about all you know.
Okay. I I gesture to the group, whoever can see me, for them to notice that hole as well.
And I mean, and with you kind of like pointing it out, like everybody can see it clear enough. I mean, Rothgar, that might be a little bit beyond like your ability to see, depending upon where you're standing. Yeah, you can. I'm sorry, I thought Rothgar just moved, but yeah, you guys can see that there is a hole that's it seems to be like maybe 10, 12 foot wide.
And how far down does it look?
So it looks like you could probably scoot down the embankment to get down there fairly easily. I might make you make like a dex check to make sure you keep your footing and you don't like slip and fall on your face. But you, even if you did, you wouldn't take much damage at all, if any.
Okay. So I look at Ziada.
I've already got a rope in my hand.
Okay, perfect.
Out just in case that's what we're thinking. Unravel, toss to you. I've got the other side, and I've got 50 feet, so I've got enough. I toss to Hrothgar. Whether or not he's paying attention, he gets like whipped with the rope.
Do you want me to roll, Thomas?
What's the matter?
Do you want me to roll a dex, or am I good to
just give me a dex check for shits and gigs.
Would you want a strength check at all?
No, I'm gonna give her a big bonus, unless she gets like really really poor on this. I think she'll be fine. I hope she gets poor on this, but
Are we going to skip by the fact that Dolan just called you Thomas?
Yes.
I think Dolan has called me Thomas since I met her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if there's been a Tom.
So Dolan, piece of cake. You you have the rope, but you don't even really use it. You just sort of like scree step your way down. Like as your one foot starts to sink in, you go to the other foot, and you're like. And since you have passed without a trace on right now, the snow just kind of fills in behind you as you go down. Like it's not even like you're leaving a trail. As you get right there, and what do you do? Do you stick your head in the hole? What do you do?
No, I'm just seeing what I can perceive outside of the tunnel, looking in. I'm not going to shove any body parts in there.
Well, I mean, you do what you want to do.
You're getting to the end of the rope. Just
so if you look in the hole, you see that it goes in maybe like 3 or 4 feet and then takes a sharp turn up. It feels like there's air movement in there, so it clearly goes somewhere where like wind can travel like down or back up through the tunnel. It doesn't feel like stagnant or like a dead end kind of thing. But you do realize, like looking in, and you have dark vision, so you can see that it maybe travels up. It maybe travels up some 20 plus feet up, and that it looks like you would need to make you would need to make some kind of climb check, like an athletics check to get up. Now, you could probably work with others to get up using, if somebody has climbers tools, or if you try to do rope, or like what other things you could try to do to make that happen. But it definitely doesn't look like it'd be as easy as the scramble you just had to get down that embankment. Like this would be work to get up.
Okay. I take all of the information and everything you told me, and I very quietly, looking at Ziada, I relay that information via message.
Cool. And I respond, should we all come down?
I'll send another message, and I'm saying I'll tell her that it's up to you. It's open. I don't know where it goes. It looks like it may be challenging to climb, but we do have a climber's kit and plenty of rope.
Yes.
We could try this method, or we can go towards the cave with the jaggedy teeth.
Yes, some of you can see now. That I'll just give you a quick explanation, because I think I forgot that some of you could see that now. At the top of the pathway, there is a portico that's been constructed over the mouth of the cave that looks like a really rudimentary bear face with these like big gnarled teeth hanging down, and like a couple like large carved wooden tusks that sort of stick out of the ground to look like the bottom fangs of a bear jaw. Yep, that's the thing.
All right. Psychically.
So what do you guys do?
Novakri. I'm gonna have Seville come over and climb down the rope, and I'm gonna have Novakri come over, climb down the rope. Then we'll have Hrothgar go down, and then I'll try and climb down, and then Hrothgar, you can catch me.
I can fall down. I've got the hover ring.
Well, yeah, we all can fall down.
Yeah, but I can do it.
We all have access to gravity, Michael.
But he can fall with style.
Right.
And not take
Wait,
it.
I'm the one with wings. Fuck you.
Yeah, but I got a ring.
Oh, fair.
and my ring actually works.
Yeah.
As you guys are kind of like bickering about this, Spill just sort of walks down by herself, just sort of like run steps down.
Cool. Even better.
Okay, where are we going? Down by Harvest?
Yeah, you're climbing down the rope.
Sorry, guys. It's hard to keep my eyes open right now. Medication.
I know the feeling.
Medication changes are really screwing me up. So
Yeah.
if I fall
those
asleep,
can kick your ass. So now I'm gonna be the last one down. Do I need to make a check or anything?
Just give me a dex check.
All right.
Or an acrobatics check. Yeah.
Acrobatics. That's not better. But that'll do it. That's good. Good
Nailed
roll
it.
Anyway. Cool. So yeah, we all made our way down. Fortunately.
All right. I go into the tunnel.
So once you kind of stick your head in the tunnel, you see that sure enough, like I said, it goes in maybe a couple feet, and then there's a very sharp, like again, that sort of like maybe 15-20 degree incline that you're going to have to do some climbing to get up there. Does anybody have a climber's kit or something that maybe you could assist with, or does somebody have a really good climb, like athletics check?
I have a climb.
I have a strong athletics check.
So
I've got a rock.
No, you're not supposed to have that. I gave that to Hrothgar. You have dark vision. Give him the glasses then. He needs them. Prescription. They're just not his brand. He has special eyes.
He only prefers Folkleys.
Okay, strap on my climber's kit.
okay, you realize that the pass without a trace that you have on you will mean that you won't leave marks, but it doesn't mean that you're going to move silently. So if you want to make a stealth check while you try to do this, go ahead. And it's the plan that you're going to go up first. Wow, awesome. Is the plan that you're going to go up first and then like leave a rope behind that people can climb up afterwards? Or is that your plan?
Sure. Yes. I mean,
Okay.
I'm going to climb up. There will be a rope. And I'm going to stealthily make sure that it's a place that we want to be.
Okay.
And when I determine, whatever I determine, I will send a message.
All right. So give me an athletics check for the climb up. You are going to do it silently and leaving no marks.
And is it just a straight athletics? There's no additions for the climber's kit. That just allows me to be able to
Doesn't the climber's kit does it give advantage, or I forget what a climber's kit gives you? I think it gives you some perk.
I have no idea. Is it in the player's handbook?
It should be in the thing. Let me see. Climber's kit. Includes special pitons or batons, boot tips, gloves, and a harness. You can use the climber's kit as an action to anchor yourself. When you do, you can't fall more than 25 feet from the point that you anchored yourself, and you can't climb more than 25 feet away from that point without undoing the anchor. So it's just kind of like an anchor, but I assume that it's kind of one of those things like the that dude when we went ice climbing, where it's like he would put one in, and then it's 25 feet from there, but you put up the next point to get the next thing.
So I'll say the climber's kit gives you a +2. So roll your athletics. Just take a +2 with it. That's fine.
Okay. And about how high is this? Does it still
It's literally about 25 feet. So like if you're gonna fall 25 feet, you're gonna fall 25 feet one way or another with this. But with a 15, you're fine. So you quiet as a mouse. Boop 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 boop. And as you get to the top and you kind of peer your head over the edge to see what's in the room, I'm going to need you to roll.
I mean, do I hear anything as I'm going up? Because I'm being so quiet.
As you come up, you don't hear. Well, give me a perception check. What do you hear?
Okay. A straight perception or a passive?
A straight. So you can roll the check. Roll the check. Okay. You hear as you start to come to the top what sounds like it sounds like coins jingling in a pocket.
Uh-oh.
You know what that means.
Porta potty?
Yep.
Yeah,
Found it.
We've climbed through shit to get here then.
Well, you do notice that on the sides of the cave, as you've been climbing up, there are like marks that look like maybe at some point there was like blood or refuse or whatever that was on this. So you may be in fact climbing up a poop chute. You're not sure, but you're almost to the top of said poop chute, and you hear this jingle jangling. So what do you do?
I'm going to attempt to wait a minute. I think. Do I have a mirror? I don't think I have a mirror. I'm going to attempt to see what I can see without popping my head up. I don't want to be, visually obvious.
Right.
And then if I don't see anything like in the closer vicinity, then I'll stick my head out a little bit more. Being really cautious, Thomas.
Okay. You
A+ on that one.
slowly poke your head out, and what you see two large lizard shapes moving around on what looks like piles and piles of copper coins.
Wow. Okay.
Give me. You are silent. You are stealthy. You are not leaving a trace. And these two creatures don't appear to have noticed you at all because despite having, or maybe having a great passive perception, they fucking rolled a 1 and a 2. So
Wow.
roll 20, you son of a bitch.
What would you like me to roll? Anything?
What do you want to know, or what do you want to do?
Okay, so I'm gonna duck my head back down into the tunnel.
Yep.
And whisper the quietest message I can.
Hey, you guys.
Exactly like that. To Ziada. Explain what I see. And tell her that I think we should come in here and kill these guys and see what we find.
Sorry, guys, I don't have silence.
I don't know. I'll tell her that I don't know if they're lizard-shaped things. I don't know if they're dragons. I don't know if they're small dragons. I don't know if they're lizard.
Give me a wisdom check.
Okay.
I just read the NCI, what is it? The NCIS quote from Ziada.
CSI.
CSI. That's it.
CSI Miami.
Yep. So with a 5, you just know that they look like really big lizards. You're not really sure what they are.
Big lizards? Okay, well that gives me a little bit more. They're big lizards.
So they're dinosaurs. Got it.
Yeah. Velociraptors.
They are, and they were. You have dark vision, so they were.
Do they seem terrible?
I think I would have them as pets.
That doesn't answer the question at all.
I'm gonna, I guess. I'm just debating whether or not I should climb down or go in. So I'm waiting.
If you were talking to Ziada and you're down there, I would say that you've climbed down.
I sent a message.
So there was a message. It just ran.
A message. Oh, you used message. I'm sorry. Okay, yes.
She was leaving a message and it cut off, and it's just like, Jesus, it's like she always leaves such long.
You only get 10 words.
Hey, 10 words. It's Jeff. No. Call me back. Jesus Christ! I don't need to know your life story about what happened last Wednesday. Oh my God, you're eating up my minutes, lady. So I'll get the first message about like it kind of being like there's things up there. They're lizards, maybe they're big lizards, and as she starts to describe it, it cuts off, and it's just like, oh, fucking. Okay, guys, there are 2 things up there. I want to send up a melee person who, you know what? I think Svil is the next option to get up there, and then I think we just go in kind of the same order. Svil. Maybe we switch Hrothgar and Novakri to get them up there, just to get some melee up there in case they start noticing what's going on. Because I know not Novakri, but Hrothgar and I are not exactly stealth masters up in this bitch.
Okay, well I'm going to wait till somebody's behind me before I actually stealthily step into this chamber.
Absolutely. That's kind of why it's like, yeah, let's get some people up there, with you. And I'm thinking Seville being kind of like a frontliner, hopefully she can get up there and at least take some hurting as we make our way up.
Okay. So let's do this. Dolan, what is that roll apart from amazing?
No, that was from a while ago.
The 5?
Yeah, but you're back. Yeah, that was crap. I forget when that one.
Oh, it was the wisdom check. It was the
I was
wisdom
like-
check. That's right. Yep,
There
yep,
was
yep,
something.
yep.
Yeah, big lizards. Because then
Okay,
she
big
started
lizards, yep.
explaining it, and that's where her message got cut off.
All right. So, Harvest, I'm gonna move you first, and I'm gonna ask that you don't say anything yet.
Gotcha. No worries.
And so you're right there. I'm gonna roll a quick dex.
Navakri, you saw Navakri's thing. I was gone too. Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
All right, you're back.
back.
Nice. And I need to roll. Oh no.
Ooh. Not digging that positioning at all.
Okay. So Phil is literally like chomping at the bit right behind you. I'm just gonna put you right here. You're still in the tunnel, like
Yeah.
you haven't crawled out yet. I'm gonna put Seville right, or yeah, it's Seville. That's not a bad name either.
I'm gonna call her Phil. Her name is
Um,
Phil.
Is
Who
she
else?
a barber?
What happened?
Is she a barber?
Yeah.
The barber of Seville? No, she's the place that the barbers go to. Who else is coming up the tunnel before shit gets going or wants to try to stealth up the tunnel?
Ideally, everyone, but it's kind of like putting it in order of who can make it and damage control at that point.
Okay. All
So
right.
I'm thinking, I don't know if like either Hrothgar or I want to go up there to have some sort of front force.
Yeah,
And then-
it's a 10-foot wide tunnel, and now that I'm really getting a good view about what's
Whoa. Remember, don't reveal anything. You can't talk right now. Well,
I'm just saying, being that
No.
I'm good view, I'm going to allow people to pass me.
I like the idea that you're messaging going, now that I see what's going on, and then it cuts out. And then you're like, we should all get up here and be side by, and it cuts out again. So right now you have
shit in this.
Seville is maybe like right at the edge with you. Then
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave her where I put her. Who was gonna come up next? And if you're gonna come up next, roll
Seville
me.
has to do it.
Yeah, roll me an athletics and a stealth.
Dolan,
Go stand on yourself.
If you want, I can
Right.
put a minor illusion over the top of that toilet seat. Let you at least get a little bit of sight before you jump out of there.
No.
Hrothgar, do you want to go up next, or should I?
Oh, Hrothgar rolled. Oh my God, Hrothgar, natural 20 on your stealth. Holy
Fuck,
shit!
That's a 31.
Yeah,
There
exactly.
we go. All right, good.
So,
Well done.
Hrothgar, I'm going to grab your figurine and I'm going to move you right here. I don't know if you can see anything. Don't worry, you're on the map. All right. Who was going to go next?
Novakri.
Yep.
Navakri, athletics and a stealth check.
Okay.
And I'm there to catch him. Her, sorry.
Oh my God. So Novakri
There it
comes
is.
in the cave after Hrothgar is like literally a ninja. Like Hrothgar somehow just turns into an armor-clad ninja and climbs silently up right behind Svil and Harvest. And Novakri comes in to go up, and as she starts to go up, she only gets about halfway, and then all of a sudden, one of the footholds that she saw Hrothgar use, maybe it was because of his weight or whatever, it just buckles, and the stone, like in the silence, is like ting 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 ting, like in that scene in Lord of the Rings when who is it? One of the Tooks knocks the stone down the well. Foolish Took. And as that happens,
Next time, throw
Everybody-
yourself down the well to rid us of your...
everybody roll initiative. I need to get the tracker up.
Awesome, bro. Fuck.
On the plus side, I can get rid of the gnolls.
You should like clear everything and make sure that we have the right turn order. We've got people showing up on here though, so that's good news. Did you get beyond 20 yet, Jennifer?
Beyond 20. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I don't know what you mean by get it. I just did I did my free character sheet.
So, you're talking about D&D Beyond?
Oh, yeah.
There's an app beyond 20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. I did not do that.
That thing is awesome because anything just on your D&D Beyond character sheet. So my investigation, it's right there. I just have to click
Right.
it, and that
Yeah.
sounds about right.
I wrote it down when you told me. I just haven't done it yet. Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems awesome. I want to be able to do it.
Because the other
I
thing
think
that
you
it
can
does
do it
is
now.
right now you can see on the turn order, everyone else was able to select their character and roll our initiative, and then it puts us on the turn order.
Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty in depth and it's pretty badass. Some of the stuff it can do.
Ziada, which is
2.
the 2? Okay, I'll get rid of this one. Novakri, you had the 16.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Rothgar, the 11.
See?
Okay, and Harvest, what was yours?
6.
6. Yeah. If it makes you guys feel any better, nobody really rolled a high initiative at all.
So,
and with that, Novakri.
Hold on, Tom. Get
Yes.
rid of what is it? Harvest's current 6, and take the icon that she's currently on this screen and put that in. Yeah.
Okay. And descending. Okay. Did that work better?
Absolutely. Thank you.
And I gotta put these guys back. Sorry, for some reason they didn't take. So
yeah, if you put in a number and then you click or don't hit enter, or if someone puts in something, it doesn't do it for some reason.
Okay. Yeah, no biggie. That's fine.
It's fucking annoying.
True.
True.
Even
even like some where I'm pretty used to the stuff and I'm pretty comfortable with it, it's still like as people are putting stuff on, it's just like, all right, 12. Nope, it's like TJ rolled, so I don't get to put that on. And we keep losing Michael, but he's back again. But, by Mike in a second.
All right. Well, so speaking of Mike goes first. So Novakri slips and is able to catch herself, but can't go up much higher during this sort of pre-battle mode. The rock, ting, 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 ting. Everybody freezes for a minute and realizes the shit's starting to go down. But Novakri gets through some preternatural skills, gets the ability to go again right now. What do you want to do? You're hanging to the side of an icy poop chute. What do you do? Michael, can you hear me?
Not according to Roll20. Oh, cool. He's a pirate now.
I feel like everybody has experienced this level of frustration with Discord at some point.
Discord can be cool about stuff like this, yeah.
Yeah.
So who can hear currently?
I can hear.
Christopher, are you able to hear us? No, that's a good sign.
Yeah. Oh, Novaku, your light was just lighting up.
Don't
Yeah, here now.
don't make us have to go to fucking Skype.
Oh my God, no thanks.
I'll go to bed first.
And Chris, was that you making burp sounds?
No, that was me making throw up sounds
Oh, okay.
for
All right.
Skype.
Chris isn't even back.
Yeah. All right, Harry, take your turn before you get fucking booted again.
Yeah. Screw you too.
Yeah. So I cast. See, I told you.
Sorry, I left to check my internet.
Well, we at least hear you.
Okay. So the one directly closest to me, I'm going to cast.
So you can't see them right now. You are about 10 feet up a tunnel, and they are not near the edge of the tunnel, so you can't see them.
Oh, hey, I'm back.
There he is.
I was hoping for some good news.
Everything just went silent.
Yep.
Okay,
Nope.
so
We're all here.
I'd
We're
have
all
to
here.
be here.
Yep. So if you want to climb up there, I need an athletics check.
Climb up where?
It's not your turn right now, Chris. All right, perfect. So your action is to climb, and so you climb up and you get to the lip, and now you can see that there are these two large white lizard creatures up here. If you'd like to give me a wisdom or intelligence check, you might know what these are.
Sorry, one moment.
No apologies necessary.
Just straight wit intelligence.
I accept your
no other
apology.
skill?
Wisdom or intelligence, whatever works better for you.
Well, nature's a +5, which works much better than a
Yeah,
+2.
roll that.
Oh, sorry, +3. Not much help.
You are equally convinced that these are just large lizards. You're not sure what they are, but you can now see that they are on what appear to be some sort of pitiful piles of copper and maybe some other shiny coins. But they are there, and as you pop your head out, you notice that they are starting to turn and look towards you guys. What else do you want to do on your turn?
Well, the price of copper right now is through the roof, so it's actually not a bad little haul.
Yeah, we're just gonna negotiate being the wholesalers.
Yeah.
I can get you double the value of those coins, right?
If we turn this into copper piping, do you understand how much we can get for this? Most of it's nothing.
You know what? I'll try to delay them and ask them. So, how much for all the copper here?
Apart from further alerting them to your presence, is there anything else you want to do?
No, I think I'm done screwing everybody over.
Okay, all right. Then it goes to the one.
There's
whose
one more
name
of us
is,
down there too. Just heads up.
It goes to the one whose name is Tizar, and Tizar goes, "Intruders!" And
Investors.
and and comes over right here and opens its mouth and breathes a 15-foot cone of icy cold death down the hole at everybody who's there. Ziada, you are fortunately not in range of this, but everybody else is there, and I need everybody to give me DC 12 con saves.
Of course not.
That is not a save. Jen, that is a save. Rothgar, that is a save. I gotta do. Shit, I forgot. I have to do Zvil. What? Hang on, come back. Sorry, I got set up for something else, and I forgot I was going to have to do this. Yep, she's good. But now, Beast opens its mouth and just lets out this blast of cold air. Anyone who didn't make the check or the save is going to take 21 points of damage. Everyone who did make the check is going to take 10 points of damage. And Rothgar, because of your fun stuff that you've got going on, you're only going to take 5.
Because these big lizard bitches be cold.
So cold!
That hurt.
It also occurs to me that I did not put...
You made the save, though, right?
Yeah, she made the save, but I didn't put Zvil on the tracker, so I got to put her on the tracker.
Oh, yeah, what the fuck? God damn it, Tom.
I didn't know if you guys were going to accept her help.
Dude, we already fought, so yeah, of course we're gonna. Her and I are friends.
All right, cool. She got a 10, so hasn't gone yet.
No harm, no foul. Minus the breath. So we're taking away the breath, is what I'm saying. Minus the breath.
Minus the breath. Minus the breath.
All right, Mike, do something better this time.
Okay, Rothgar, we're back. Rothgar, it is your turn. And that hurt. That definitely hurts Phil. She did not appreciate that shit at all.
Okay, well, I still can't see anything, so I don't know.
All right, so give me an athletics check.
Rothgar, get the fuck out of this tunnel.
Didn't I do this already?
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah, I thought you were there.
You climbed up. You climbed up behind everybody because there wasn't room for you at the mouth. So just give me an athletics check to get over the mouth of the
Help
lift.
Rothgar get out of this tunnel.
All right, 11 is more than enough. The beginning of your movement, you kind of you scurry between everybody and get the fuck out of the way. And you get up here and you see that you are face to face with, shit, I'll tell you, a white dragon wormling. And there's another one within 10 feet of you. What do?
So if they're within 10 feet of me, does that mean I get attacked of opportunity?
No, because you just climbed into their space.
So what?
You're the one
that
that moved.
It doesn't work that way.
They have to move into your 10-foot.
Listen, you're not supposed to help him out.
I know, but I know the rules. Fuck.
I know the rules too. I was trying to see what I could get away with.
Yeah,
you're not getting away with that one today. What do?
Strike. This one.
Okay. Tazar. A 15 is is it a 15 plus 1, so it's a 16?
Yes.
All right, so a 16 is a hit on the money. They have an AC of 16, and you do 8 points of damage.
So... then I'm going to immediately... Where's my...
Shit's cool.
Seriously, where to go? Go.
So every time I look down at my phone, at the top of the screen is the bottom part of what Kevin posted of Mr. Bean flipping everybody off, and so I keep glancing down at my phone and seeing Mr. Bean flipping people off as we're doing this, which is hilarious.
I forget.
All right, so I'm going to expend a superiority die.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to push it away. So he needs to make a saving throw, DC 14.
DC 14. What is my strength? Okay, let's see what we get. $13. All right, you move it. Which way do you move it?
There.
Does it move 5 feet or 10 feet?
10.
Okay. What else are you doing?
Well, with the superiority die, it also takes another D8 of damage.
Okay.
And while it is now too far for the follow-up strike, it's not far enough that I can't hit him with my second attack.
Because you have a 15-foot reach?
Yep.
Wow. Are you sure you have a 50? I thought you had a 10-foot reach.
The halberd is a 10-foot reach, but I have... where is it here?
Polearm Master?
Yep.
Yep. All right. So was it 6 more damage that you rolled from the superiority dice?
Yes.
All right, sweet.
Well, you could do the butt strike on the other wormlet, right?
I think.
Yes.
Does your
No,
range go to 15? I think it stays at 10.
I thought so.
Could be
but
wrong.
No, that is too far away. Come on. Let's see. Right, and where I'm going with it is if I strike and I hit, then I'm going to expend the maneuver to extend my increase by 5 feet for my lunging attack.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Yeah.
But you have to go for it, yeah.
I have to strike first and have the attack hit,
Yeah.
and then I
I
can
got
extend
you. Cool. All right. Well, roll the hit for the second strike.
Oh, that's cool. And as a fighter,
So the hit. So
There's the hit. And so 7
and
points.
the extra.
Well, your butt strike, I think you can only do within 5 feet, right?
Yes, but I'm not doing the butt strike.
Do you have 3 attacks?
No, I have 2 attacks. That's it, right there.
Right. So this was the second attack that did 7 damage, right?
Yes, and I'm rolling the D8 for the superiority die.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you could do the superiority die for the second attack as well.
Yes, it just as far as I know, it says just as long as I hit, I can expend a superiority.
Yeah,
die.
no,
Yeah, I
that's
think as
fine.
But I
long as
only but I
you
only get
have them.
4.
Just
of them for every
keep
4
tabs
reps.
because you only have so many of them.
yeah, he's got the clicks on him.
All right, cool. All right, so 3 more points of damage on that?
Yep.
Okay. This guy did not appreciate that at all, and you have him. Let's put some marks on him. Let's move this out of the way. We got a little bit of boop. We got a little bit of boop. He is bloodied at this point.
Chris, with looking at lunging attack and everything that you've got going on, I just wanted to say, fucking well done. Beautiful maneuvering and strategy with that stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Chris, I will also say that you have some movement left if you want to move anywhere else in the room.
Why don't you
No,
come to
everybody
me,
can
bitch?
get by me. So, but this way they have to go through me if nobody else moves.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Hey, Chris, why don't you move over 1 so you're kind of in range of Tizar. I got a plan.
Okay. Oops.
All
Okay.
right. All right. It goes to Svil. Svil, you know what? Give me an athletics check, Svil. DD. I think that's what my thing was. Yep, she's fine. She hops up and she rushes straight at the one that Rothgar just wailed on. She draws that weird bone-looking weapon, and she is going to strike out with a 22. That's a hit. I'm gonna. So I'm 5'10". She is going to roll some damage first, and let's see what we get out of this. So,
She has a +10 to hit.
she does.
Holy,
Fucking
I'm the
monster
wrong
we're
team.
dealing with.
She does 7 points of damage. This thing is almost dead. She takes another swing. Oh, fucking natural one. But she does something, and then I gotta look this up. What is this? That plus, I probably have this wrong, but I'm just going to do it this way. So, rolls a 26 and does, what is it? Does 8 points of damage as she brings her knee up into this creature's like abdomen, and the creature just falls over dead.
That'll do.
That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. There we go. And then she moves. She finishes her movement and stands behind the creature over here. It goes to the other white dragon wormling, who sees everybody standing right there. I'm gonna give half cover to Harvest and Novakri, who have not emerged from the top yet, which means that if you make the save, because it's about to breathe, it's going to do a breath attack on you guys. If you make the save, you can reduce it. If you don't make the save, reduce it to half. If you make the save, reduce it to a quarter. But everybody give me a DC 12 con save. So that would be Rothgar, Novakri, and Harvest.
Of course not.
Rothgar, that's a save.
It's telling me it's rolling the dice.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
Nice job. All right. So Rothgar and Dolan, you guys are both going to take quarter damage. And Novakri, even though you failed the save, because of the cover you have for still being in the hole, you're only going to take half of this. So, I mean, find your positives where you can get them, right? All right. So, Novakri, you're going to take 11 points of damage, and everybody else is going to take 5. So, Rothgar and Dolan take 5 points of damage.
Well, I'm down.
Did you have a climber's kit on?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Because you're still inside the hole in the tunnel that drops down.
Can I do a reaction to catch her? Because I am attached via climber's kit.
Give me a dex saving throw. That's enough. You snag her and keep her from falling down, but you're going to have to expend some actions on your turn if you're going to secure her, whatever you're going to do to her. That was this beast's turn. I think it's gonna stay right where it is because it's seen the reach that the guy in armor has, and it is now Harvest's turn. You are clinging to the unconscious body of Novakri, who, by the way, needs to give me a death saving throw if you're down.
Jesus
One
Christ.
moment. Nope.
Failed it?
One fail. All right, Harvest, what are you doing? It's your turn. You've got this
I'm
body
looking
in your hands.
Wow, relax. I'm looking up a spell.
Is it a spell that requires somatic components?
I don't know. I'm about to find out.
I don't
You
know.
cast the spell
Let
and
me
drop
fucking
Novakri.
look it up so I can let you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Christ.
Visual and somatic.
It's okay. You can hold the body with one arm and cast
Yes.
the spell. I'm not going to be a total dick.
Oh, that's nice of you. Okay. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Novakari. And I'm rolling that plus that. $13 points of healing to Novakari.
Okay.
Thank you.
Novakri, you are back up. Back out of it. Harvest, are you doing anything else with your turn? You cast that spell. Are you going to try to move? I guess you could try to like throw Novakri down the tunnel if you wanted, or maybe like get her up over the edge, or you guys are just going to cling
I'm
where
gonna
you're at.
throw Novakari at Galem. Cool.
All right, so it's an improvised weapon. I'm going to say you're going to have a negative because it's more than 5 feet away from you.
No, I think that's gonna be it. Fuck, I really don't want to be in this fucking tunnel. No, I hope you guys are gonna handle some shit. I'm just gonna hold Novakri to make sure that she, like, I guess catches her bearings, or pull her up. Maybe I should pull her up on the side so that if she goes down, she doesn't like fall to her death.
Okay, awesome. Though the one thing I will ask though is Pass Without a Trace was a concentration spell.
Correct.
When you cast, well, you've taken damage, so you'd need to make a concentration check to see if you still have it up.
Okay.
You've actually taken it twice, so
Yep.
you'd
So I'll
make
roll
2 checks.
twice. The first damage was 10. The second damage was 5.
Yep.
DC's 10 both times.
And it's Constitution. Oops, wrong way. I'm assuming that does that
Yep.
not.
That does not pass. So Pass Without a Trace has expired. It has gone away. But okay. And then, did you want to do anything else as far as movement, or you're going to stay where you're at?
No, I'm just gonna get Novakri like actually on the edge and not hanging in the tunnel, and I guess I'll stay there.
Okay. All right. It goes to Ziada. Ziada, you are at the bottom of the tunnel watching people get murdered. 20. You get it. You get up to the top. It's about 25 feet. So I will say with a 20, you can make it to the top and then flip yourself over the edge, but you can only be at the edge.
Yep. Take what I can get.
All right. I'm sorry. I'll move you up there. So basically, you're up here. You're right behind Rathgar right now. You passed like where Harvest and Novakri are sort of clinging to the edge of this tunnel. You see a dead white dragon wormling. You see one that's still alive that hasn't taken any damage yet. Everybody looks like they've been smacked around a little bit. Some more than others. What do you do?
So with it being 25, I'm only able to get to there, or would I be able to have 5 more feet of movement?
The last 5 feet was stepping over the edge. 25 feet got you to the top of the tunnel. 5 more feet. That's why I was having people roll like an athletics check to get over the top edge to sort of like pull yourself up.
All right, so we've got that, and I'll go with a shield of. Do we even need a shield of faith? I don't even think it's worth it. I'll just go with that. Maybe maybe I'll just kind of dance around him.
Okay.
That way.
All right. All right. It goes back to the top of the order. We made it through a round. One person went down in the first round of the first fight, and Novakri, you are back up. Literally back up. What do you do?
One sec. Okay, I am the one that's still alive. Give me a. Sorry, let me bring it up here. Give me a wisdom save.
All right, wisdom save coming up. What is their wisdom save? You got +2 to this. .17.
Okay, screw you too. He takes half damage. That's 6 points of damage.
Okay. -3.
The
Okay.
other one's dead, correct?
The other one is dead. Yes, I put an X on it. I just didn't take it off the map.
Okay,
And then, did you want to move out of the tunnel at all?
I did.
Okay, just give me an athletics check just to get over the edge. I'm giving everybody like a DC 5, so it's like unless you roll a 1, you're gonna make it out. Yeah, you're fine. You kip up, you get over the edge, boom, you're over there. All right. Tazar is dead, so I can literally take him out of the list, and it goes to Rothgar. Rothgar, what are you gonna do?
Well, let's see here.
Wait a minute, Ziada, how are you behind the dragon right now?
I dashed, so I had.
Oh, you moved, and then your bonus action dash. Okay, yep. You didn't. Yeah, you didn't have to map it out.
My
I'm sorry.
action.
I forgot you had that as a bonus action. So that's
Oh,
why I was like,
I don't. That was my action, or my move, whichever one I had to do.
well, your action and your move was the climb up the tunnel.
All right, so I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, that's where you would be. I'd like if you had a bonus action when you got to the top and you wanted to use your bonus action to dash over there, then 100% you could do that. Also, if you're yelling at me, you're muted.
Nope.
So take a step.
That's a hit. Is that what is that? 14 points. 14 points of damage. Okay.
Butt strike.
Guys, I'm gonna have to call it after this round. I am barely hanging on.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't think it's going to last more than this round. So another
5 points.
5 points of damage. Okay.
Second attack.
Yeah, that's a hit.
11.
And is that 11 points of damage?
Yep.
Holy shit. Okay, so this thing, just as a heads up, as you come in and just start waylaying into this thing, it's you brought it down there.
My turn.
Okay. Goes to Svil. Svil is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and is going to flank to get a little extra bonus. And Well, thank you. Flanking bonus, yes. Yep, a 19 is a hit. Let's do some damage. What was my damage? I forget. T. Yeah, so that's this. Where is it? It's 15 points of damage, and this wormling falls and is dead. All right, so you guys have successfully infiltrated the, I guess we'll call it the Berserker's Caves. And you fought a couple dragons, and I will tell you what you found in this room, and then we can put a pause on it so that we can pick up this exploration next week. But having gotten through this room, which was in fact labeled the Waste Chute, you found that the wormlings had begun collecting treasures and stashing them in several piles. The piles, or their paltry hoard, consists of 96 silver pieces, 331 copper pieces, a leather wallet that's stitched together that has a complete set of thieves' tools, a cracked spyglass, and a scroll, if anybody would like to give me a knowledge arcana. By the way, the cracked spyglass is worth 250 gold.
Oh, wow. Arcana.
Yep, both of you recognize that this is a spell scroll of knock, which is a great spell.
Who's there?
But I know Mike is fading fast. Mike, thanks for sticking with us and getting through the game this far. Much appreciated. I know there was a fair bit of role-playing that happened through the beginning of tonight, but you guys have made it. Some of you are a little beat up. Some of you are better than others. And we'll pick up here next week. All right?
Sorry, guys.
Alrighty, sounds like a plan.
No problem.
All
Oh,
right.
don't worry about it.
Sorry,
Good deal.
it's just the meds.
Yeah, dude, we usually cut at like 11:30, so
Yeah.
we're 10 minutes early.
We're
It's
about
nothing to
there
worry about.
anyway.
Yeah, we
No
are
worries.
good. So, all right, everybody. We'll talk again next week.
All right. Later, everyone.
Ciao.
Bye.